Hello, hello, Gold Forest. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
선생님 다시 한번 얘기해 보시겠어요?
네, 에코가 안 들리는 것 같아요.
볼륨이 너무 작아요.
볼륨이 너무 작아요.
Gold Forest, you should be talking into Zoom, not into Discord. Gold Forest, can you talk into Zoom?
We cannot hear.
Test. How about now? Is it okay?
Muted in Discord.
상우 선생님 한 번만 말씀해 보시겠어요? 이제 시작해야 될 것 같아서.
Zoom is open, right?
It's time to start.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Okay, today we hope to go back to the regular schedule and discuss, let's say, the song Enlightenment, because of what Chan is about. Eventually plant the seeds for you to become enlightened. Okay? But in general, I think it's time for us to revisit the past a little bit. The last 2.5 years, we had this pandemic here that's causing a lot of problems and caused a lot of temples to close their doors. We chose not to close our doors and make ourselves available to anyone who needed to come to the temple, whether it's to take a break or whether to have a free lunch or whether it's to come and get some protection for their spiritual practices, because you have to realize to engage in spiritual practices, you need a lot of protection. Like, for example, at our temples, at most temples, we have these Dharma protectors that, depending on the level of the practice, the Dharma protection varies. For example, when Master Shenhua is teaching, his Dharma protectors are very, very scary, whereas at the lower levels you need less protection. It's not as intensive. Think of it as when you need to protect the president, it's different than having to protect an official. Okay? And so this is what most people don't realize, that when they practice Chan, you need protection. Without protection, there's not much you can do. Okay? And so that's why we chose to keep our doors open instead of worrying about catching the virus and get in trouble. We invited trouble. That is because we were never scared. I always maintained for the last 2.5 years that If you practice Chan every day, it's very unlikely that the COVID can harm you at all, unless you have pre-existing conditions. But normally, COVID is basically another form of flu, and so it's nothing to be horribly worried about. Well, more severe flu than normal. Okay, but with the Chan practice, you will be fairly safe, and that's why. Yes, we caught the virus ourselves. Yes, we recovered, and we've been proven that. And not only did we recover, we also help a lot of people recover as well. So now that we're at the stage where the COVID is really no longer a real serious threat to your well-being, I'm officially terminating our meddling with the COVID thing. And we used to offer to help anyone who needed help with the COVID thing. And we're no longer doing that because we simply need to move on. You can get pretty good help nowadays with vaccines, with Paxlovid, which is a new drug they officially approved for mild or for not severe symptoms and so forth. So we have plenty of help now, so it's time for us to move on. But I want you to know that this is how we practice Chan. We practice Chan in order to, number one, defend ourselves. Okay, you practice regularly, and your health will improve. There's something you cannot take for granted. You need to take care of your health. Okay, so I personally made a mistake of only meditating and ignoring the physical exercises. I'm realizing after 25 years it's not enough. If you don't use the muscles, they atrophy. Okay, so now encouraging everyone to exercise as well. Okay, because it helps us recover a lot quicker physically if you have a stronger heart. Especially, I'm concerned about the old monk there, the old abbot of Dharma Treasury Temple, Kamsamnida. He needs to exercise more because personally, I've been exercising more and more, and that helped me recover a lot faster. Because you can't live and worry and try to avoid catastrophes and be terrified of problems or catastrophes. It's going to happen. It's going to come to us. It's called karmic retributions. So with Chan skills, you recover a lot faster. When you're sick, you meditate, your sickness will be alleviated significantly. Especially young men here, I haven't seen him for quite a while. Now he came back. I'm sure he doesn't meditate regularly. You can tell because when he started meditating, the chi was going in the right direction now. He started having again. Okay, so that should be a reminder for you. You need to practice every day. You need to take care of your health every day. Okay, if you don't, your performance at work would suffer. Your relationship in the family would suffer. Okay, a lot of good things happen when you practice Chan, and it has been proven time and time again. Okay, so the question is, how come I talked about it, and so how come you can't do it? It sounds good, makes sense to you. You want to do it, and yet you can't. And this is what's missing in the training of meditation, teaching meditation out there. When they teach meditation, they only tell you, hey, come and meditate and learn how to meditate. And most of the time, it doesn't work for people. So why is that? Anyone else? Yes, 9.
Not enough blessings?
That's it. People teach. People don't understand. The people who teach meditation don't understand. In order for the students to meditate, to learn meditation, they need to have blessings. Okay? And what is meditation? Meditation is the accrual of blessings. You need blessings to meditate, and when you meditate, you create even more blessings. That's how it works. That's what enables you to continue to meditate, because meditation consumes the blessings. Therefore, during your meditation process, you're creating blessings to replenish your blessings. Furthermore, if you want to improve, you need to create more blessings than you are using up. Simple arithmetic. It's common sense. And that's why you can learn all the great techniques, or you learn from the great teachers and so forth, and yet you will not be able to practice properly because you lack the proper fundamentals. So in order to meditate, you have to think of the foundation of the basics, fundamentals. Blessings. If you have trouble meditating regularly, it's because you don't have enough blessings. Okay? And you're able to meditate, and then all of a sudden you're struggling with your meditation. That means your blessings ran out, and that means you are not replenishing your blessings enough in your meditation process. Okay? And so for you teachers out there, and we need to begin to open ourselves up again, because now it's official. We can pass the word, do more advertising to bring in more people, and this is a part of community service. I practice meditation too. My practice is slightly different from you. My practice is primarily to give. That's it. Because the opportunities are not there for me to really concentrate in my personal practice. Okay, and therefore, I realize that I don't have enough blessings so that I can devote my time to practices to really become enlightened. I can't because I don't have enough blessings. So what I do, when I realize that, is that I keep on giving and giving and giving and giving. Okay? Does it make sense? It's really simply common sense. It doesn't work because it's for a reason. And this is a blessings game. Okay? And so therefore, those of you, and those of you, when we need to restart our classes, chant classes, okay? Bring people in, bring more people in, so that we can train more people. We cannot neglect our base here, okay? Here, we're based in Southern California. We're expanding to Northern California. We also are expanding in Korea as well, okay? Because there are many, many good students, great students in those areas who can be trained. And therefore, we need to look for more students and train them, okay? Therefore, let's start again. You fundamentally have been trained properly, and therefore, you should. Those of you, especially monks and nuns or lay people who have such interests, you should learn how to teach meditation yourselves. Okay. we have a success formula that works for many, many people, and therefore is good enough to be shared. Okay. All right. Any questions or comments? It's fun, you know. It's very rewarding to practice meditation, and part of there's a lot of in Mahayana, in Chan, we have a very extensive training technology in a Weiyang lineage that is one of the top-notch Chan schools from a Chinese system, and has worked very well for them, and also worked very well for us when Master YongHua brought it to this country. He trained many great students, many great disciples, great students, and now we're picking up and we are continuing in that tradition, spreading and training people, spreading the word and training people. Because for me personally, China is you. China is not about me at all. My China is all in you. So whatever I know, whatever I have, I like to give it all away by the time I'm done. I don't want to keep any of it. I'd rather be poor the rest of my life. Okay? So that's what I learned from my teacher. He gave and gave and gave and gave. Okay? And this is, you never lose when you practice giving, because your time will come. Don't be so self-centered. Open your heart. Giving is an act of opening your heart. Okay? You practice first by giving to your family. Take care of your family. Take good care of your family. And so forth. And then when you have a little bit more wisdom, then you give to more, enlarge your circle. As you give more, as your circle becomes larger, your heart also gets bigger as well. Okay, and that is fun. Trust me. Taking a loss is a lot more rewarding than taking. Okay, because what people don't realize that life is a mining process. What happened to the mining engineer? He disappeared again. Life is like mining. Mining, you mine so that you create wealth. Yes. You mine so that you bring, you contribute to society by bringing values to society. Okay, so it requires training, it requires knowledge on how to mine. Okay, but what most people, so that's how you create wealth for yourself. Okay, it's a mining process. Wealth creation is a mining process. You need knowledge, you need training, you need experience, you need opportunities. Okay, however, what most people don't understand, worldly people don't understand, is that those raw materials, where did they come from? Those are your blessings. The basis of wealth is blessings and skills. You may acquire the skills from your knowledge, from your training, from your schooling, from your experience, but you don't have the blessings, you won't be able to create wealth yourself. That's why. And blessings are those ores, gold ores, mineral ores. Okay, that's the blessings. That's the analogy for you as well. Okay, and so on one side, you need to know how to mine. Okay, and mining again requires blessings. You need to build your blessings. It comes with you. You keep on increasing your blessings. On the other hand, when you practice Chan, is the Chinese taught Chan is drilling, a drilling process. Okay, what is that drilling process? The Chinese Chan teachers talk about you drilling through the rocks of your ignorance, your stupidity. You need to drill through that. You need to see through your stupidity. That's what Chan is. Okay? So when you sit there and you meditate, you actually go into this drilling process to keep on drilling and drilling through that fog, that darkness, that confusion that's overwhelming to you. Okay? If you do it right, and say the Hinayana, the typical Chan practitioners, that meditation practitioners, they sit there and keep on meditating and grinding it out. That's the basic skills. If you go into a Chinese Chan, then you have more skill sets, more tools, plus you have maybe some help in pointing you where to drill, where you should drill. And that's a difference in Mahayana Chan. Chan is that someone, hopefully you find someone who tells you where to drill. So, all right. No questions, no comments? Okay? And that's why we don't know where to drill. So what we do is we try to study from the people who have the wisdom, who knows what to drill, who knows how to avoid mistakes. Okay? And that's why there's something that for my generation as well as your generation, your future generations, there's plenty of materials for us to study, to learn from these great sages. Okay? And they have this wisdom, they have this special knowledge, they have special insights about life, about ourselves, that they are sharing with us for free. Okay? So we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I could sit here and BS with you for another half hour and get up and speak nonsense. Okay? I'd rather spend time with you, look at what they taught, what they said, the insights, and that's a lot more productive for all of us. This is why I feel that my students, my disciples kept on asking me, is that, we find right now as with you around, but we worry about what's going to happen to us after you leave. I said, it's the least of my worries. Okay? Your problem, when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not like Master YongHua who says, I'll come back and help you. I say, hell no. If I'm done, I'm out of here. Sayonara. Okay? Good luck to you. Best wishes. Okay? Forget it. I'm not coming back. I'm going to the Pure Land. I don't care what you say. Okay? Yes, I like you. I love you. I adore you. But I ain't coming back. Okay, I'm going to go and take care of myself. So that's why I'm telling you. You worried about your future. You should start learning Chinese. You should start, looking into the Chinese wisdom. There are plenty of great teachers in the Chinese literature that they themselves are neglecting. Okay, I would tell you this. I'm really not teaching anything new at all. I'm simply using a lot of the sages' teachings and simply reinterpret them for our times. That's all. I'm not reinventing the wheel at all. Yes, go ahead. Question.
YouTube questions from T.S. Geppetto. Besides sitting longer and longer, should one also aim at getting the lotus posture deeper and deeper?
it would help when you get into full lotus. The idea of the full lotus, let me tell you right now, after all these years, okay, I'm not sure that my instructors are getting it, okay. The reason we teach you full lotus is to ask you to do something that's difficult for you to do. That's nonsense for you to do, okay? It hurts. The way you bend your legs, it's going to hurt because your legs are not meant to be like that, okay? Look, in your daily life, you don't need to bend your legs that fashion. So why do you need to do that when you meditate? So it's on purpose, by design. This is called the Chinese genius. They have this special wisdom where they said, you teach them to bend the legs like that, then great things happen. Okay, so the idea of the posture, the lotus posture, is that we're asking to do something it's difficult for you to do, it's challenging for you to do. And that's the nature of a Chan right there. In Chan, you're trying to do something is more difficult, more than you can handle. That's the secret of Chan. Okay? And that's why we never shy away from asking you to do things that are more difficult for you. Okay? But it's challenging. So you cross your legs and you because it's difficult for you to do, and you overcome your pain. The pain can be overcome. The discomfort will go away eventually. And when that happens, even before that happens, wonderful things. You discover wonderful things by yourself that you didn't know before. Okay, so in order to get those benefits, you need to challenge yourself, and that's a pattern. You will discover more benefits, and then as you progress, you sit a bit longer. So we ask you to sit a bit longer, which makes it even more difficult, and therefore you discover more and more benefits. Okay, and that's how it works. So sitting longer, it means it's the basis of that is to challenge yourself. Keep challenging yourself. Okay? That's what you do. Yes?
Cordelia asked, Master, how will we know if we're drilling at the right place?
You do what you execute as per the instructions. You should not be so obsessed as, hey, am I drilling in the right places? Don't worry. Eventually, time will come and you will find out. There's no need to worry about that. Okay. And when I said, "Are you drilling in the right places?" It's really it comes from a good advisor. Okay. So, and this is why if you practice meditation by yourself, it's very difficult for you to make progress. Because I've been watching people meditate for a long time now, 15, 16 years. Okay? And then some people would come and say, okay, I figure it out. Leave me alone. Okay? I just need a place I sit down and meditate. We said, okay, no problem. You do whatever you feel comfortable. Okay? And those people, they pick and choose. They say, I like this, I don't like that, I like this. So they pick and choose, and therefore they ended up progressing very, very slowly. Okay, and there's one such a person here today, like Brady here. He's been here coming to the temple, and he likes it. And he feels good, he feels comfortable, he felt very peaceful. And he said, okay, I like this. This is what I want. Okay? And so he pick and choose. He said, okay, I want this. I want this peace. I want this bliss here when I meditate. So after 6 years, 5-6 years, and one day I said, hey, Brady, how about improving? I know you've been feeling good for 5-6 years now. Man, I mean, isn't it time for you to improve? And move on? Because you've been feeling so happy like this for such a long time. Okay? Your body is getting older, getting weaker, but you're still feeling good. So that's a great thing. However, you could do even more. You can feel even better. Okay? And that's the drilling. You see? He drilled, Brady, drilled this space. He said, I'm going to go, this is my goal. Okay? So we changed his paradigm. I changed his paradigm and said, hey, you've been feeling good, but you still can be so much better. So he shifted his paradigm. Now he says, I want to feel better and better and better and better. Okay? Yeah. And that's how he's able to recover a lot quicker than otherwise from his surgery. Think about it. The body decays. There's nothing we can do about it. We're old, we're aging, we are getting sicker and sicker. That's called life. Okay? The Buddha has said that already. We're going to get old, we're going to get sick, and then we're going to die. Yeah. Even Buddha, too, got sick, got old, and he died. Okay? Yeah. Yes, 3.
You're going to die, but you can die happy and content also.
That's right. Not only that, as you improve, if you improve, you increase your samadhi level, okay? One level up, you extend your life, by the way. Your life, you live a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer, and healthier. Okay? That's what happens. That's why you see these Chan masters, these meditation specialists, the monks who specialize in meditation, live pretty long time, long life, most of them. Okay? So that's why the drilling is that, don't worry about it, where to drill and so forth. I'm sure only give you some tips as a lot more to meditation than just grinding it out. Grinding it out is one of the skills, but also sometimes you need to shift gear and grind somewhere else. Okay? And that's the difference between the Wei-Yang training versus Hinayana or the typical Chan training. Okay, the difference is that in our Wei-Yang style of Chan meditation, we have a stronger foundation, so you don't make mistakes. Okay, you build a foundation for you to go better, higher and higher and higher. So it requires the proper foundation. I'm fixing my temple in San Francisco, and I'm adding a room. And then I found out that my engineer says, you need to have more support under your room. Okay? So he put a pillar right underneath, to support the new room. Okay? And I said, but that pillar right there ruins my lower floor. You see? So the point here is that, in order to grow, in order to build more, go up higher, you need to strengthen your foundation more and more and more and more. And that's the difference in a Wei-Yang, our Wei-Yang school. We know how to build the foundations, okay, and that's why our students have been very successful. So even though you're not quite there yet, You've been building this foundation, so it's a matter of time. You're waiting for your blessings, okay? The foundation is there, and you keep on accruing blessings. One day, it will kick in naturally. Okay, so that's why you, because you've been in this environment for a long time now. Now when you teach meditation, you share meditation, you help teach meditation, you have all the proper fundamentals, like I did. I stayed at Master YongHua's temple for 4 years, and I was very unhappy because I was not getting anywhere. It's because I didn't have a good advisor. No one guided me. Why? Who would want to guide me anyway? Too arrogant. When you're arrogant, don't expect to be taught. It's just life. Okay. You're too stupid and too arrogant. Why would anyone want to waste their time on you? But after I left, I went to the other schools. I looked at Hinayana teaching, saw how they meditated themselves, and they all violated these fundamentals in meditation requirements that we have here at the temple. Okay, didn't have enough protection, wrong techniques. They are trying to please you. Okay, court you. They're trying to make you happy, and it doesn't work like that. You're students. You're minors. You're supposed to suffer. Okay? Why is it you suffer? You're willing to suffer in order to make a living, to make a fortune, but you're not willing to suffer in order to open your wisdom. Your wisdom is where the real wealth is. Wealth is not money. Wealth is blessings. Okay? All right. Any other questions? That's why I really encourage you, if you that you can assist in the teaching of Chan. Eventually, you can help teach Chan yourself. Okay. So we are very lucky. I've been very lucky. I have a lot of competent disciples. They're teaching Chan. They've been teaching Chan for some time now to offload me. They can handle the low levels. Okay, and so we as a division of labor. The newcomers, they can go to my disciples. Okay, I don't need to repeat the same thing over and over and over again. And then I spend more time training the higher levels or solving their problems. All right? So I think that's what we can do. We can help a lot more, and we need to share this knowledge here to our communities for free. Okay? That's our contribution to the community. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Yes, sir, in the back. 5.
Oh, it's on? Hi, Master. How do you know if your progress plateaus?
How do you know it's plateaued? Okay. It doesn't matter, because it's very difficult for you to know you plateaued. Do not ever think that you can figure it out. Okay? And this is special knowledge. And what happens for most people who practice meditation, they make the mistake of thinking that they know, that they understand. from reading, especially the monks and nuns. This is especially for professionals like us, in the Hinayana world or in my world. The monks and nuns who like to read a lot of Chan materials. There's plenty of Chan materials in various languages because it's fascinating for the Japanese, for the Chinese, and so forth. Very intellectually stimulating, very beautiful insights, okay? So these people, especially the monks and nuns who are very well read, or the lay people who are very well read, they read a lot of stuff, and what very typical is that they misinterpret those teachings. Okay, it's so common. I saw that. I saw so many of my peers, especially my YongHua disciples. They don't practice. Okay, they read a lot of materials. And they think that that's how they can take shortcuts. They can say, what is fourth dhyana? What is third dhyana? What is first stage arhat? What is fourth stage arhat? And very typically, many of them who are very, very devoted and very serious practitioners for a long, long time, they have some initial success, they have some initial achievements, and then it's not uncommon for quite a few number of them to misinterpret their levels. And when you misinterpret your levels, you think, meaning that you think, typically you think you're higher level than you really are, okay? And it's very dangerous. Then too many monks do that, especially the ones in Hinayana persuasion. Because the Hinayana people, for some reason, I don't get it. Hinayana practitioners, teachers, they always commend you, they all praise you. For me, I look at you from a Mahayana Chan perspective. Your level is too low. Your progress is too slow, okay? And you don't get it. He tell you things, he tell you to do things, you can't, okay? You're so slow, okay? And so what happened in Hinayana, most of the problems that come from Hinayana practitioners, they learn a little bit from a teacher, they spend more time reading on their own, researching on their own, they practice very vigorously, very seriously, and then eventually we'll get a point where they will misinterpret what they read. It's very common. Okay, they don't get it. Okay, and they overestimated their levels. Okay, and then they think they become special. They become arrogant themselves. Say, I'm here, and who are you to tell me anything? Okay, and that's when they get in real big trouble. That's why my recommendation is not try to think of where you are, okay? But the best way for you, the safest way for you, is to come to a class and practice with someone who's better than you. And naturally, you benefit from that. In the proper environment, they're better than you, and you have the proper protection, you naturally improve. And you know when you improve. That is, when you improve, what happens? You feel better than before. Because when you don't improve, it feels the same. Every day, every time you meditate, it's the same bliss that you have. Okay? When you improve, one tip is that you feel better. It's more blissful. You're more at peace. And you know there's a surge of energy. You recover a lot faster when you're tired. Okay? This is one of the few tips you can use to gauge yourself. We all get tired during the day, yes? From work. The people who improve eventually notice they recover faster than before. That's how you can tell. But again, do not just rely on yourself alone, because you can overestimate your own level very easily. It's very commonplace. Okay, until you have some real wisdom, you don't know. You don't want to depend on yourself. Okay, so you to be safe, you go practice with someone else, and who's better than you, who especially. This is why I encourage my students to start teaching more, to consider teaching more, because they have the proper fundamentals, and they can help a lot of people avoid those mistakes. Okay, 3.
It seems like, Master, at this point in my process, this blood, sweat, and tears, the pain and the suffering we go through for this, it seems now it's converting more to Buddha thought. And what I mean by that is wisdom. And what I mean by that is now what I've learned, I can convert and attack the problems I have in everyday life with what I've learned, being patient and putting up with suffering.
Yes, you can still improve. Continue to improve. Don't be satisfied with what you have. You still can go further and further and further. Okay? Build more blessings. Okay? And that's fundamental. Just create more blessings and you will naturally improve. And that's the basis. Instead of worrying about how do I know I improve? Yes, there's some few tips here and there and so forth. Okay? But nothing can replace the fact that you need to replenish your blessings, create more blessings, practice regularly, go to our temples, and attend our classes where you naturally get protection, okay? And that's when, and listen to the instructions, listen to the Dharma, and when you do that, you naturally improve, okay? You don't have to worry about it. It will happen naturally. Those are it's a lifestyle, if you will, that you feel better about it. Okay, that's all. That happens that's a natural process. It's designed that way so that you don't need to be greedy. Just naturally, just live normally, practice normally, daily, and that's it. Okay? I simply introduce a notion for you, all of you, because your teachers, your meditation teachers, the typical meditation teachers, avoid that. I keep on stressing to you, you can improve. You need to improve. If you don't, by the way, your body is decaying. Every day, you don't improve. You die sooner, that's all. No one dares look at that, And this woman here, disciple of my teacher, Chinese teacher, if she didn't take the practice seriously, she should be dead by now already, because she neglected her body her entire life, and she's still alive. Yes, 4.
Mô Phật bạch thầy, bây giờ mình tu giác ngộ rồi mình sẽ làm những cái gì? Bây giờ ví dụ mình ngồi thiền, ngồi tới mình mà giác ngộ, rồi mình sẽ làm cái gì cho Phật Pháp nè? Hoặc đi hoàng dương Phật Pháp, hoặc là những người xuất gia để giao duyên với người ta. Có cần thiết như gì không thầy? Thí dụ bây giờ nói một cái... Rồi, ok.
Master, let's say now we already attain enlightenment, then what can we do with the enlightenment? What can we do to contribute to Buddhism? Do we need to shave head, become a left-home person?
How about getting a super lotto ticket? What do you do? What do you do?
Mô Phật và Thầy. Bạch Thầy nói là mình phải trồng cái phước. Làm sao mà trồng cái phước? Trồng cái phước rất là nhiều Thầy, mình mới được có thể mà được có trí huệ. Mình trồng cái phước nhiều Thầy, nó có trí huệ là đúng. Giống bây giờ con muốn bắt lỗi một cái này nè. Thầy đó đã thỉnh 3 cái tượng Phật mà không biết bao nhiêu, mà bữa hổm con có thấy ở trong ấy nè, con mới thấy có 3 tượng Phật nữa. Ô, 3 tượng Phật rất là đẹp. Thầy con không biết muốn tính làm sao, bởi vì Phật Thầy thỉnh thầy cũng là không có nói gì. Thầy ngồi mới hỏi Sinh Xuân, hỏi sư cô, nói sư cô 3 tượng Phật đó là ai là đẹp quá ở đâu vậy? Cái nó Thầy đã thỉnh ở chỗ ở Sâm Hoan á. Tôi nói 3 tượng nó đẹp quá. Tôi mới mắng giống sư cô, tôi nói là miệng mà sư cô đó, Thầy đó cái thỉnh những tượng Phật đó Thầy phải nói cho người ta nghe. Ai nào muốn đó gieo duyên, ai nào muốn phát tâm, cái đó phải mà cái người ở trong chùa mà không cần sư cô nói, mình đã nói những cho người Phật tử biết, để mấy người Phật tử mới đi ra nói là ai muốn phát tâm cúng dường tượng Phật này không? Đó, cái là mình đã trồng cái phước rồi. Mà Thầy nín thinh không có nói gì trên, bởi vì tôi muốn nói chuyện với Thầy như vậy đó. Cái đó mình phải phát tâm ra, mình phải nói cho người ta nghe. Ai muốn phát tâm đó, Thầy phát tâm đó, mình đã trồng được cái phước giao duyên với một Phật rồi đó. Mô Phật.
Master, you've been telling us that we need to blend blessing, but my question is how to blend blessing. I know that we need to have a lot of blessing in order to open up our wisdom, but here's my problem. So for example, I heard a few weeks ago, I heard that you acquired 3 big statues. I didn't know anything about it, and then I have to ask Venerable Xian Shun, where did Master get the statue? How much does this cost? And then she told me that those statues will be for San Francisco. And then, you buy the statue and then you didn't let people know, you didn't let me know. At least you should give us a chance to know, and then we can spread the word, and then people will have a chance to contribute to blend blessing. But now you just quietly doing it. You didn't give us a chance to blend blessing.
Yeah, that's true. I apologize because I've always been operating under this mode. I try to get as much money as possible from you so that I can skip town. Okay, but now that there are more my students who that I need to feed, I can't skip town anymore. So the next thing for me is create more blessings for myself. And if I let you, contribute, then I have fewer blessings. I don't want that. I need more blessings than you. Yes, number 4.
Mô Phật và Thầy. Thầy biết Thầy đó, Thầy cũng cần phước báo. Tất cả chúng sanh ai nào cũng cần phước báo, cũng cần một cái nhân duyên hết trơn. Mình có gieo một cái duyên, bây giờ ai muốn phát tâm thì phát tâm, chứ mình không có bắt buộc ai hết trơn á. Thì Quả Ngân thấy như vậy đó, Quả Ngân thích làm cái chuyện này lắm. Bởi vì Ngài Hòa Thượng Tiên Hóa cũng biết Quả Ngân thích làm những cái chuyện như vậy nữa. Thì mình tu thì không có giỏi, chữ nghĩa mình không biết. Mình phải làm một cái là làm sao mà giúp được cho Phật Pháp.
Yes. Okay.
Cái đó là cần nhất.
I understand. So because you asked a question, I've been planning to do this, so now you brought it out in the open. The reason I haven't said anything is because I lost the statue here. I lost money in the statue here, so I'm scared. Okay, people donated money for me to bring the 1,000 hands and eyes Wan Yin here, and I lost a lot of money on that. Okay, so now I'm a lot more cautious. Okay, and And the other thing is that now that the statues are for real and they've been, there should be being processed to be shipped to San Francisco. So it's closer to the point where they're for real, and we can start planning to use them for our Dharma propagation. So it's different in the sense that now that instead of just a promise, which is the case in the statue here at Way Mountain Temple, they've been carved already. They are accessible to us already. Okay, and therefore we can we can plan about helping others, giving others a chance to create blessings for themselves. Okay, meaning that because you asked, I'm telling you that it's not only for you, it's for everyone. And therefore, we plan to do to make a general announcement for people to know, so that they can contribute anonymously, or they want to be known. That's okay too. But it's not just for you. It should be for everyone. Okay. So maybe as the first time in our history that we plan to do a fund drive, where so that even people who don't know very much have a chance to plant blessings as well with the Pure Land Dharma.
Mô Phật và Thầy, thì giống Thầy thỉnh những tượng Phật tôi cũng chưa hỏi qua Thầy. Thầy tôi thấy như vậy đó, Thầy tôi cũng muốn kêu những người để phát tâm, để cúng dường, để mình gieo duyên với một vị Phật, gieo duyên với một cái chùa. Bây giờ mà Thầy kêu nó là cúng 100-200 vô chùa, người ta không cúng đâu, mà cúng tượng Phật thì ai nào cũng phát tâm cúng. Trên Thầy Quả Ngân xin được 5.000 đồng. Quả Ngân nó nói thôi, nói rồi người ta cũng ai nào cũng phát tâm ở trên, thì người ta cũng cúng được 5.000 đồng. Mà bởi vì tôi mới hỏi Thầy có muốn để làm vậy không, mà bây giờ bữa nay mới hỏi Thầy như vậy. Miễn mà Thầy đó ok, ai muốn gieo duyên, mình có tượng Phật rồi, ai muốn cúng dường để gieo một cái duyên và trồng một cái phước, thì tất cả ai nào cũng phải người ta nghe được thì người ta tự mình ta phát tâm, chứ mình không có bắt buộc ai hết á. Quả Ngân thì làm như vậy đó, nói lên ai nào cũng thích hết trên đó, là Quả Ngân thu được 5.000 đồng rồi đó. Bữa nay họ cũng hỏi cho Thầy nữa là bây giờ Thầy có muốn phát tâm nữa không? Phát tâm nữa thì mình kêu gọi một cái mình nói, chứ mình nói cũng rất là hay, chứ không phải là đó Thầy cái này cái kia mình không có nói thấy tượng Phật này ai nào muốn phát tâm thì tự nhiên người ta muốn à. Mô Phật.
So Master, so now we know that you are acquiring new statue, and then I did notify some of the people in my circle, and they are very happy to contribute, because like if I tell them to contribute, to donate to the temple $100-200, they're not very happy. But once I told them that we have the new statue, and then everybody were so happy to contribute, and so far I collect 5,000. So now my question is like, do you want me to continue to do that? I will just notify people. This is not forcing anyone to do, but this is like more or less they will volunteer, and then whoever feel like it, they can contribute more.
Yes, absolutely. We'd love to get more help. Okay, but also you need to understand that I've been doing this on purpose, so that I want to stress to my disciples, my monks and nuns, that we need to be more conservative and not keep on asking people for money. Okay, and because I know that every time you give a dollar to the temple, your family has $1 fewer for their expenses, for their welfare. So that's why we try not to pick your pockets too often. But however, these statues are the next phase of our Dharma propagation, where we want to open our doors and extend our reach to help more people. So therefore, remember the basis of the process. Everyone needs to plant blessings. That's why we plan to open the doors and make it available to everyone. So if people don't know, they can donate $1, $2 to the statue. That's fine too. And that's how people need to get started. So the more you willing to contribute, the more it's appreciated. Okay. But one of the major reasons for me personally is to show to my monks and nuns that we don't keep on having projects like this and ask you for more and more money. We should be more responsible. Okay. In fact, the needs for the statues, the money for the statues pales in comparison to the temple itself. But you're right. When the people see statues, they get excited. They say, I want to help. But they come to the temple and they don't realize how expensive the facilities are. But we never said anything ourselves. That's why I try to teach my disciples. Okay, we take losses ourselves. Yeah. We don't keep on asking for more and more money. Yes, 9. It's irresponsible as monks and nuns to do that.
Thank you, Master. If you would have asked for money, that wouldn't be like looking for something like the principles that Master YongHua said.
Yeah. If you ask for money to benefit yourself, to make life more comfortable for yourself, then yes, it's self-serving. That's against our doctrines. However, primarily, if this fund drive for these particular statues, because there's a need, first of all, real need to make this temple have more statues. This is the first time, really, that we are shooting for it. Before, when we teach Chan, we don't care, Chan doesn't need statues. But for Pure Land, we need statues, okay? And so, for the first time, we have real needs, and so if no one contributes, and I go out and get a loan, doesn't matter to me, okay? However, because it's still manageable to me, okay? But on the other hand, if we open our doors and make it available for people who are willing to contribute whatever they can afford, and then it's more beneficial in that we're helping a lot of people plan the blessings. Okay, so it's more to help others plan the blessings than for me to be comfortable. Because I'm uncomfortable already. A little bit more uncomfortable is not going to kill me. Yes, 4.
Mô Phật và Thầy, cái này là giống bây giờ Thầy mở chùa đi, Thầy cũng cần những người để trồng cái phước báo. Thầy mình làm sao mà làm để cho người ta tới, người ta trồng được cái phước báo này. Nhưng bây giờ Thầy thỉnh một tượng Phật 100.000 đi, Thầy ra 100.000 cái phước báo của Thầy nó rất là ít. Rồi chúng sanh đó, mới bỏ tiền vô đó, mới phát tâm để cúng dường đó. Là cái đó là cái phước báo rất là lớn. Cái này là ngọ nghe trong gia đình cha mẹ ngọ cũng có nói như vậy đó. Bởi vì nó là ở đâu thỉnh, ở đâu có Phật đó thì mình cúng dường, mình phát tâm cúng dường thì mình gieo duyên với tượng Phật, thì mai mốt thì mình cũng sẽ thành Phật.
Yeah.
Chứ thầy mà em rồi đó, đâu có ai dám, mà ai thầy mà em ở trong chùa mà em hết trơn, không có ai dám mở miệng hết trơn, thì không có ai dám mà để phát tâm để làm cái chuyện này. Theo quả ngân đó, con nói xin lỗi, nói con tới mà đi tới chùa Hòa Thượng Tiên Hóa, con làm một cái chuyện đó, Hòa Thượng Tiên Hóa rất là hài lòng, rất là hoan hỷ. Tự mà anh ai nào tự mà anh mình phát tâm mình làm thôi, chứ không ai kêu hết trơn á. Mà mình làm đâu thì thành công tới đó vậy thôi, chứ không có nói là đợi đi xin rồi lấy cái giấy mà đi xin tiền, không bao giờ có như vậy đâu. Mình nói ra thì ai phát tâm thì phát tâm, nó 5-10 đồng góp ghét nó cũng thành một cái núi nữa. Mô Phật.
So, Master, you've been talking about planning the blessing, and like for example, the statue costs you 100,000, but if you pay out of your pocket for 100,000, your blessing is little. But if you let more people contribute, and then more and more people contribute to the statue, then the blessing will be manifold more. So this thing that I learned from my family, my parents taught us that if you contribute to make offering to the Buddha statue, then in the future you have a chance to become a Buddha. So that's why if you don't make an announcement, if you quietly do it and then nobody know, then we cannot contribute. And then, this is the thing that I did when I was at Shifu Temple, and he was very happy that I was just volunteer and do it. I don't have to wait to anyone to tell me what to do, or I don't have to wait until you issue the official announcement, but I just quietly to tell people, and then people contribute $5, $10, but a little bit here and there, but over time it will pile up to as big as a mountain.
Yes. Okay. I agree, and I apologize for afflicting you. But I want you disciples to understand, especially monks and nuns understand, that part of my reluctance to ask people for money is for you, for your sake. That is, we need to take losses ourselves. We cannot expect the lay people to suffer for us. Okay, they have enough stress, they have enough difficulties themselves, and it's not fair to the family. And that's important for you to understand. Okay? It doesn't matter. So the reason that now that we are at the stage where we feel comfortable that the statues are for real, okay, then the fact that we are changing our way of doing things is not based on the fact on my trying to be comfortable. Okay, meaning that if you don't have any donation at all for the statues, I can still get a loan for the statues, not a problem. Okay, so I don't desperately need it, the money at all, and that's how we function. We open the doors in order to help others have a chance to plant blessings if they wish. Otherwise, we be harassed by people like her who says, why are you so selfish? You're trying to become a Buddha sooner than I am, so it's not fair to me. Okay? Yeah, that's how it is. So yes, so people can no longer accuse me of saying that I'm trying to benefit myself by asking for donations for the statues. No, and when I ask for donations statues, frankly, I don't need it. But I still ask for it. It's for your sake. Okay? Yeah. But it slows me down. I become a Buddha a little bit longer. It would take me a little bit longer to become a Buddha. But so when I ask for the donations, the fund drive, it's for your benefit more than my benefit. Okay, monks and nuns, pay attention to that. It's not about for us. If we ask for money and it benefits us more than the donors, then we shouldn't ask for money. Period. Okay? Does it help? Okay, don't get afflicted. Let's go to lunch. Thank you, everyone.